All right. Hello and welcome. This is my first time trying this. So I have to say I'm a little nervous and I'm going for it. And if you're watching this, I am just so grateful for your support. Thank you for showing up. And I'm, if you're watching this, you probably care about me already in some way. And so thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so this is my first try at having my own YouTube thing for the next fitness thing. Now, my intention here is to maybe call this show Nexus of Alexis, and I'm open to suggestions. If you have another idea for what I would call this, please let me know. What do you think I should call this? Basically, it is going to be to go live once a week and to have a topic and to just really talk about that topic and to go deep with it and to really share at least where I am with it, and to take your questions and that kind of thing as well. Now, to be totally honest, because this is my first time doing this and I am doing this live, but I'm not monitoring the comments right now. So for those of you who are here live, I'm going to check it out afterward. And thank you for any comments that you might be leaving. Please feel free to do it, but I'm not going to be able to look at them at the same time while I do this right now. Okay. So for those of you who might not know me, my name is Alexis Craig, and I am a certified personal trainer. I am a yoga teacher, and I am the CEO of the Next Fitness Thing. So I am really here today to talk about a little bit about myself so you get to know me a little bit better, and also to talk a little bit about the Next Fitness Thing and what is this and why do we start this and why do you care, basically, is what I want to talk about today. If you are interested and you want to get involved with us in any way, I would encourage you to go to thenextfitnessthing.com. Also, if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, we right now literally are 475 subscribers and we need to get to 500 so that we can upgrade our channel. So please subscribe to our channel if you would. You can also find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/groups/the next fitness thing. And that group is free and you can join and get to know all the people in our community there too. Okay. So like I said, I'm a certified personal trainer, I'm a yoga teacher, and now I'm an entrepreneur. So I've been a fitness professional for a while, at least 15 years now. It's probably getting closer to 20. And this has been a journey for me. I mean, I did not originally intend to be a fitness trainer. I have a degree from Harvard in economics, and I was thinking, okay, after college, I'm going to go to law school and I am going to run for president in 2032. And I was on this kind of achievement path. And then I really had my priorities reset in my life. And a big part of it was that at one point, when I was just out of college, my brother got in a car accident, my little brother, and he became a quadriplegic. He is paralyzed from the neck down. And the doctors told him, this is the worst thing that ever could happen to you. You'll be lucky if you ever get off a ventilator, and you're never going to walk again for sure. Even physical therapists and other people in the hospital environment were basically working on managing atrophy and talking about, maybe someday stem cell research or something. And there was a fitness trainer who came to the hospital when my brother was there, and he was like, look, dude, because he was only 18. He's like, look, dude, if you believe all these medical people, then they're right. But if you want to walk, you got to train to walk. So if you want to, I train guys to do that. So come work with me. And my brother, in his 18-year-old wisdom, actually went with this guy, and now he can walk, and it's fairly miraculous. And at the same time, it's like, if there's something that you really want to be able to do, the only way you're going to know if you can do it is to try. So that was so inspiring to me. And I still honestly didn't become a fitness trainer immediately, but I really could see, I'd always thought of a fitness trainer as someone who helped you look prettier or something like that. And it really made me see that this is someone who's helping people for their life to improve in a major way, especially if you're helping people with that kind of thing. So that really opened the door for me. And at the same time, I kind of learned from that happening, like my whole life, I had been discounting current happiness for future happiness. So I had been always doing what I thought would potentially make me happier someday and never what would actually make me happy now. And so that accident happening for my brother woke me up and made me realize like something could happen anytime. And if I want to do what I really want to do, I should do it now. So at first, I just went and worked in a bar because I thought that sounded really fun. But then I was drinking too much. And then I was like, what would be really fun? Oh, I could be a detective. And so I went and became like a private investigator for a while. And then I kind of felt like I was on the wrong team after a while. And part of being a private investigator was I went to self-defense class. And at self-defense class, I really got in my body. I learned to fight. And it was so empowering. I had never felt like that in my life. Like at that time, I was still working at the bar and I was still working at the private investigator place. And the bosses in both of those places were mean and they would insult me and say rude things to me. One of them said, if you're going to choose to be that fat, you better buy some bigger clothes. Like, and I just let people talk to me like that. I mean, I would kind of roll my eyes or something, but I just kind of, there's part of me that sort of believed it. And so getting in my body at self-defense class and learning to fight back if someone was attacking me made it so that I felt the energy of I can fight back if somebody's attacking me. I can defend myself. It doesn't mean I have to fight and just keep fighting, but I can defend myself and get out of there. And so I left the bar, I left the PI job, and I started teaching classes at the self-defense school. So I started with kids classes and things like that. And eventually I became a fitness trainer. And yeah, that's how that's how I personally got on this path. And so it's always been really, I shouldn't say always, but ever since I got in my body and found my power through my body and really became much more embodied, like present in my physical body, feeling my feelings through my body, really experiencing life through my physical body, then I realized that that was where the joy was in my life, was experienced in my body. And I just wanted to share that with everyone. So that's really why I became a fitness trainer, was to help anyone who was ready to get into their body to get there. And even to help people who might feel like it's not safe to be in their body or that they have a lot of shame in relationship to their body. I can relate to that. And so I just really want to be a support system for that. So that's really where I am personally coming from in my relationship to being a health and fitness professional. Now, in my experience, this is not the general way that it goes in the fitness industry. In my experience, the fitness industry is dominantly full of shame. And that's the sales technique, is to be like, well, do you want to look like this or do you want to look like this? Right. And they just show you a before and after picture of like the person that, you know, you're supposed to feel bad about looking like, and the person that like, you know, oh, but this person looks perfect. And so don't you want to be this one? And I mean, to me, that is gross. Like, basically, the fitness industry is super exploitative. Our culture is also very body shame centric. So I've just been feeling, even as I am, you know, aging, as we all are, it's like we really celebrate youth And it gets harder and harder, especially I want to say as a woman, to be able to feel your value in your physical body in a culture that is celebrating youth. Meanwhile, being this person who is more chronologically enhanced, as our trainer Mary Beth would say, it comes with a lot of wisdom. And my physical body, while it might not look like a 20-year-old body, has a lot of skills that are built into this body that has taken me years to develop into this body. And I'm proud of that. And so I can just really feel how there's a different way to be than what is being pushed on us in the fitness industry. And a lot of the fitness industry is pushing products, supplements, equipment, all programs, all of these things that are often very extreme. Often you don't really need that. Sometimes it's actually harmful. And it's, again, it's really about money. And what I'm really personally here for is helping. I'm really here to help. And sure, yes, I want to make enough money so that we can build our company to thrive, but it's not really about that. It's really about helping people. And so that's really why we started the Next Fitness thing, is to find a place where we're being really genuine. We're real trainers. This is something that I've also been feeling so frustrated about in fitness. Okay, this actually maybe a mixed bag. Influencers, right? There's always people on social media who look beautiful, and some of them are bots, that are giving advice about health and fitness with no qualifications. And they're really just maybe they're doing that works for them. And this is where I'm saying it's a mixed bag, because I honestly really appreciate when you're really into it. And if you're working out enough to look like that, you're probably really into it. So if you're really into it and you actually want to help people, I think for a lot of these influencer types, their heart is really potentially in the right place. Some of them are in their ego, and there's that too, but there's room for all of this, right? The thing is that if you want to be working with someone who really knows what they're doing and who's really actually informed about how to help you in a way that you're not going to get hurt and it will get results and it's sustainable and you're not going to yo-yo, then working with a real professional really, 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 really matters. So in my fitness career, I have been working for a variety of different companies. I went from that self-defense school. I worked for TRX at the corporate for a long time. I worked for myself. I worked for several fitness startup companies because I was living in San Francisco, and especially digital fitness companies. And what I found, especially as I got into bigger and bigger companies that were more and more apparently successful, is they weren't hiring trainers. They were hiring beautiful people who were young mostly, or who a lot of them had a lot of augmentation done. And again, I don't want to shame anyone who does that. And at the same time, if you see someone who has a lot of work going on and then they're selling you a program for fitness, I don't really know if your body came from the work or from the fitness or what. I don't know. So as I got into bigger and bigger companies, I found that there was more and more and more pressure to look perfect. And I mean perfect. Like, to lose as much weight as you possibly can, to make sure you have rippling muscles, and to look like you're 20 years old. And that's not consistent with my value system. I am a 45-year-old woman, and I look like a 45-year-old woman, I think. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that is what I want to look like. I don't want to look like a 20-year-old woman. I am a 45-year-old woman. So I'm a fit 45-year-old woman, but I'm fit in a way where I eat food every day, and I, eat dessert, and I don't do extreme behavior, basically. So we really started the Next Fitness thing as a place for other people who want sustainable lifestyle where you still are living your life. And yes, you have healthy habits. And yes, you exercise regularly and you have community around having these healthy habits and exercising regularly and everything like that. And at the same time, it's about authenticity and about really just like not having to force yourself to look a certain way in order to feel like you're succeeding at that. So that is something that I really think is unique about what we're doing right now. Is at my previous job, I was expected to wear full on makeup, hair, like the whole thing. And I teach my class in glasses most of the time these days. And I definitely don't always do my hair. I did today because it's the first day we're doing this. But I mean, I really tend to show up as I really am. And that's important to me. So yeah, we are different. The other piece, and this is probably the first thing I should have mentioned, the piece that really makes what we're doing with the Next Fitness thing different is the community. Because here's the thing, it's not about me. It's not about any of our trainers. It's really about the people who are coming to our classes. We call them teammates. So the teammate community is amazing. The people who show up, especially the people who show up consistently, are amazing. And we really know each other. Our classes are often live. Most of our, basically, I don't want to say all, but almost all of our classes are live. And then they get recorded and they go up in a library of recorded classes. So in that live class, we chat with each other and that kind of thing. And we really get to know each other along the way. And I mean, our teammates have met up with each other. I've met up with teammates like in real life from all over the country. And it's a beautiful community of love and really of people who care about each other. Our trainers really care about our teammates. Our teammates really care about each other. And it's not just about worshiping a celebrity that looks perfect, which is what I have found in a lot of these really mainstream digital fitness offerings. Is there's some celebrity who looks amazing and maybe has a charismatic personality, and people just worship that person and then they follow them in that way, when really, to me, the star is you. It's not about me. This is about you. So when I'm teaching class, most of the time, I'm not doing the workout. I'm watching you do the workout and helping you to be able to do the workout the best that you can in whatever way works for you. And that is something also that I think is really important for me to mention here. Is a lot of what I'm seeing and what I have been seeing online is really hard. Like, the things that look cool in workout videos, those kinds of moves are really hard. And I mean, can I do those moves myself? Mostly, yes. But can most of my clients that I work with do those moves? It depends. And those moves, like, we're doing jump, switch, lunges, like we're doing jumping, kicking, jumping. I mean, it's not appropriate for everyone. That is not what I would recommend for somebody who's just starting with exercise. And I mean, that's a good way to get hurt if you are just starting with exercise, starting with something like that. So the other piece with what we're doing here is really about making this accessible for all different types of bodies. If you are super fit and you are doing jump switch lunges, great. That option is totally available to you in our class. But also, if you are in a wheelchair and you show up to our class, I'm going to give you a version of this exercise that's actually going to work for your body, that is not something you're ever going to get off of a workout video. I mean, and if you have any kind of injury, if you have any kind of whatever is going on, you can actually communicate with me when you take the class, and I'll get to know you over time, especially. So I really get to know you, and I will make sure when you take my class, especially when you take the classes where I'm paying attention to the camera, then I can make sure that you have a version that works for you. P.S. You don't have to turn the camera on if you don't want to. That's optional. Anyway, so making fitness more accessible, and also making people who don't look like the person in the workout video that they're seeing online, making that person, allowing them to feel more welcome. I feel really passionate about that. That's why we're doing this. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to get across in this video today. So, oh, there is one thing I missed, I guess. What we're doing is really fun. And if you're someone who loves exercise, you might think all kinds of exercise are fun anyway. And honestly, that's somewhat true for me. Like, if you're going to have a super hard boot camp when you yell at me, I might actually think that's fun. And not everyone feels like that. Like, some people don't necessarily enjoy exercising, and some people also maybe have PTSD with exercising, especially if you have had bad experiences or someone shaming you or someone whatever. I mean, that's a fairly common experience to have had. So we have lots of things where we're getting you moving, but it actually feels really fun. For example, we have walking classes where you play a game. So it's like you would play trivia. Our brain teaser walk is on Fridays. So I read a trivia question, I give you A, B, or C to choose, or true, false, and then everybody in the chat drops what they think their answer is. And then in my class, I'll read the correct answer, and if you get it wrong, I'm going to ask you to sprint in some way. It could be running, but it could be walking extra fast or punching the air while you walk or whatever you're doing. Dance. Anyway, so we try to make it really fun and engaging. We have a book club that's a walking book club. We have we have bingo cards sometimes. We even have a true crime walk where it's like you get to hear about some kind of, if you're one of these true crime buffs, that you can, learn about something like that and also go for a walk at the same time. So we have a lot of very fun things. We also have a super variety of formats. All right. So if this sounds like, if you're hearing this for some reason, I think most of the people watching this probably are here to support me. And thank you for being here to support me and showing up and being a part of this. And I love you. And if you're somebody who is just getting turned on to this and you don't know me already, then yay, thank you for being here and making it all the way to here. If you're interested to get involved with us, you can go to thenextfitnessthing.com. We have a bunch of levels of membership. One of them is free. The classes that are free are called all access. That's what category they're in. So you can sign up on our homepage of our website for an all access membership, or it's a free membership. And then any class that says all access on it, and there's a lot of them, like 100 or more, a lot. You can take those without paying anything. There's also kind of a lot of classes here on YouTube if you want to check those out too. We also have programs going on right now. We have Start Off Striding, which starts next week. If you're watching this on January 8th when I'm teaching this live, but basically Start Off Striding starts on the 13th, Monday. It's a 1-week walking challenge to get you going. And then our trainer, Mary Beth, has a low impact interval training workout challenge that starts on January 20th. So if low impact is something that you would be interested in, you can check that out on our website. And we have a more personalized option that's like personal training and one-on-one sessions with a coach so that you can put a program together that really works for you. That's called You and New. And you can find that right at the top of our homepage as well. All right. Well, please push like on this video if you're watching this. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're 25 people away from getting to 500. So please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for just being authentic. Yeah. All right. I like to say, drink lots of water, get lots of sleep, and keep showing up for yourself. See you soon.